go between fnatic and virtus.pro. This is the grand finals of Beyond the Summit. Predicted the 2-0 for VP. I think there's a lot of arguments that support that, but it's grand finals day, and fnatic are a team that can play in a grand finals and can surprise. So we'll see what they can do with this. This is their map choice, and they're starting off on the T side.
Pretty default here. Bolon has a P250, gets the first kill. Golden with 2 flashbangs here. I think we're going to see this more and more in 2021 T side in most maps. Maybe one drop of P250. I think it's just so strong. You always have the one pistol player on your team that's just crispy, right?
Yeah, it's necessary. Headshot through the wall wasn't enough for Brolan, so it will be a 4 versus 4 now. Sanji trying to hold on to the B side. Can see them trying to spread now, fnatic. Sanji patiently waiting with his teammates. Has a quick swing, sees the bomb by the steel girder being planted now. As JW looks to entertain. Quick reload of the Glock, and it's very awkward for both squads here. It's a great trade from Yakinda, looking for the one-taps. Freiburg did mention if he had a big game here on Vertigo, it could be very difficult for fnatic, and it's looking so. He has a kit, let's not forget, Golden, just moving away. But with the Glock, even if he lands a headshot from this distance, it might not be enough. Yakinda, though, clearing the close angles. He's got a smoke grenade as well. Surely this is a GG here. Kevlar and the defuse kit. We need a stroke of luck for Golden. He doesn't have the angle. The orange boxes will save. And there's bonus money at the end for Yakinda.
Yeah, and even having the addition there, having the smoke left on Yakinda really saves him the round there. 3 kills. And I guess to Adam's point here, really not the start if you're fnatic that you want Yakinda to have. Was a little bit quiet, but VP never really needed it on Inferno. Ended up winning that anyway, 16-14. So to Adam's point here, if Yakinda does end up showing up here, could be very difficult for fnatic. But they did get the bomb down, and usually what do we see with the bomb down? We do see a buy, and it's pretty good one at that. Opting for more firepower than utility. It's only Jaquinho that has full sets of nades with the Deagle. Oh, James already bought an op. That's surprising for JW too. He's like, oh man, look how much money actually James had.
I love the fade on Crims's knife. I kind of want to add him and try and scam him out of it.
Slow round here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1 minute left. Great timing.
Yeah, but you can tell fnatic has had the same idea all along, right? That's why they bought the 2 smokes. They have 1 molly and 2 flashbangs. Yakindar's move here, I think, is really good in order to kind of disrupt fnatic. He's actually not going to go ahead with it. So you could argue here, it's going to be a pretty difficult kind of round for VP, opting for this kind of retake for A setup. They do have enough utility for it with the 2 smokes as well and a Molotov. But yeah, probably best case here in terms of timing for fnatic as well. They really do a really good job here with the time here. See if he gets
been deployed the bomb since he is the only pistoling player. Everybody else can cover. The bomb's been planted. Lots of spray through the smoke. Harassment from fnatic. They look to defend this bomb plot now. There are 2 smokes and an incendiary for virtus.pro and the retake. And the retake smokes begin. Expect a lot of spam from fnatic into these smokes. Such is the curse of the A bomb sites of Vertigo. Looking to take more map controller. These are pretty deep smoke grenades, and this flank from Crims could be very important. Slowing things down as that bomb ticks further and further. James, the only man with a kit, he's been instantly deleted by JW. Big problems now as there's variants around these smokes in favor of fnatic, and Sanji's got to run away. It's all gone wrong for virtus.pro.
Yeah, that's a great round from fnatic. Even Crims coming to the flank there as well really just cements that round. I think they hit the timing really well. Right before the 30-second mark, the nades come in, and really only Yakinda are there to try and hold it off. And these rounds, man, the second one, especially after getting the bomb down on the pistol, are just, it's frustrating on the CT side. You should make the argument, hey, we won the round, shouldn't we have the better weapons? That's not the way that Valve likes it.
So really the best case for fnatic as well. Yeah. You know, you have the scenario, you lose that pistol, you win the following round. And if Freiburg was talking about it earlier, we've talked about it the whole tournament long. Good spot to find yourself in, and even better, Jaquinho able to spot out the aggression from VP, catches Sanji, giving that advantage and certainly a hole to work with. And at this point, VP need to start to figure out how do they want to stack, because they can't just wait around at this point. They're going to make a move together, be proactive. They let fnatic just march up onto a side, it's over. And they haven't bought Kevlar in this round. They've decided to give themselves the opportunity to buy, like, have a few pistols in the next round too, if they want. So I'm curious as to whether it's save everything and have Kevlar and some pistols, or just try to do some damage and then try in the next round to do more damage with just a few pistols again. It's kind of the options right now for VP.
Yeah, and that's normally that's what Adam was leaning towards as well. You know, when Fnatic had that equal, he said, I wish they would have gambled, stacked a little bit more. Because you make the same argument here. You know, if they don't go B and you stack towards B, you just save the pistols, right? And you have another chance for next. Instead of essentially, you know, trying to go back to a bomb site that is already taken by the opponents, especially without having armor or anything like that. So they will give themselves another chance for next round with the saved pistols and FAMAS that Buster has.
Yeah, he can drop his deagle, so 4 people will have guns, unless Crims has something to say about this. He appears to be creeping, but who knows, maybe it'll be 5 guns if he keeps pushing forward. It's one thing to be aware of. If you're chasing people who only have pistols, you don't want to risk giving them a rifle. The risk is much higher than the reward for Crims in this position, so he does not pursue. Just looking to contain. There's a quick replay of that was like the greatest replay of all time.
Did you just want to give us more action, James?
Spray for frag. And we're back. Right then, 4 players with guns above stock level, if you will, non-USPs. The FAMAS and 3 pistols, a Deagleus, 5.7, and another Desert Eagle. We did fire Desert Eagles, I think, in Vegas a long time ago. And the recoil is such with the Deagle that there was a counterweight on the end of the barrel just to stop the gun from flying back so much. It really is a hand cannon.
I've tried it as well, and my scrawny arms, I'll say that, but I don't think I'm going to do it again. Like, thinking back at it, it's just like, damn, like, I actually think the way that I was shooting that pistol is probably really goddamn dangerous.
It's like launching a rocket from your hand.
Yeah, it's insane. The amount of pressure that gets back into it, absolutely bonkers.
Yeah.
I'd be impressed if I see someone, because all the people that we went to, had the same knockoff effect. Like, no one could manage to really hold the pistol where it was supposed to be.
There's a video of a woman firing it, and the recoil smacks her in the forehead afterwards. Legendary video.
Things that happened to me. That's why I was just like, dude, I'm not doing this again. Because, like,
yeah.
What are the odds? I mean, obviously, like, sure, probably won't be snapping back, and, like, you know, you get a bullet in your dome, but, like, it's very risky. Definitely need to lift some weights if you want to be playing with the Deagle. Oh, the timing here from Crims. James actually doesn't go for it. Yeah, but look, he's actually a little bit, he's shouting there. He hears a bit of sound cues, calls for his mates as well, but obviously with the B bomb side being completely wide open, it's not going to be a VP win, but they might want to look for some weapons here. Get a cheaper next round, potentially.
Yeah, well, Sanji's got an AK-47. That's not too shabby. Sure, Kiko can hold on to the French gun, so James can go fishing somewhat with his Neon 5.7. So Fnatic are off to an early lead on Vertigo. I do like the aggressive smokes that were attempted on the retake for VP. They did get 2 kills quickly in that particular round, but things did fall apart after that. On Vertigo, virtus.pro actually 67%. Oh, sorry, wrong. That's Mirage. 71% for Vertigo with 7 maps played, and Fnatic 50% with 6. But looking stronger present are Fnatic, although there's plenty of time. Ooh, got a pervert on the replay wheel. Very strange behavior.
Well, isn't that called?
broken collarbone.
They're very happy with that replay production.
Yeah, much better than the anti-eco replay.
Okay, we got ourselves a gun round here for VP. Not all the nades in the world. I mean, of course, they've used a few at the beginning, but we'll see what they're able to do with this buy. The AWP is on James. That's obviously perhaps one of the most important parts for this team. Quite iconic at this. Well, he has been iconic since the Avangard days.
Yeah, but I feel like he's developed at least the playstyle, same as this whole team itself, right? The Jamie memes about him always saving and stuff like that. I think it makes much more sense now when he does end up saving, right? It's not as much of a baiter versus. Not like he was a baiter before, but it was more so the approach that VP had, or obviously a Vanguard at that time. But I like that he's a little bit more involved nowadays. Jakinho, though, is already on his B bomb side, misses a few shots. Jakinder is there to help him out. 4-on-4 now. fnatic after that, making their way up towards A instead. Don't want any of the B shenanigans anymore. But how are they going to be able to get Jamie out of here? But as I say that, he whiffs that shot. Oh, and this is what was all about to fall off. Well, Sun's still here as well, but he's also going to go down. This was not looking like a fnatic round to win. They had no utility left, in a great positioning as well from VP. Very aggressive. Comes out to the hands of Jamie missing a shot, but as I said,
that was close. Although close is not good enough. That was fun to watch. One challenging frag with the bunny hopping from Brolant, but all to no avail. Buster and Kika with a combined 1 kill in 5 rounds. Very unlike virtus.pro. We've been so strong in this series so far. In this tournament so far and this series, but they've gone missing now. Almost off the side of the building. So jumping HE grenade again for any aggression towards mid. But aggression towards B will result in a frag for Kika, who will rotate the AWP to Buster. More seasoned hands for a sniper rifle on virtus.pro.
We'll be spreading themselves out though. Jamie has full A control so far. Buster is all the way back in B. He does have help though with Kikert. And with Jamie having this forward of a position, PP feels comfortable in playing 2-2 in mid and B. But we should be seeing Jamie, I was going to say, I mean, he can't be staying here all too long. There's no vision on that scaffolding area, and fnatic players could be jumping up there, but he does take the gamble still, and we do have the assistance now from Jakindar still being there. But look at all the Molotovs. It looks like ladder room and train at this point. 2 Molotovs there trying to get away, forced to use the smoke, but goes down anyway. Jamie still wants to be aggressive here though. And these double ops setup for VP is really getting to work here. Golden with 1 HP left, forced to back away. And I can't believe that was a nice round by fnatic. I really like that double Molotov setup that they had. Really looking very likely like the ladder room in training that we saw teams used again and again for a while.
Oh, the pre-fire. Well, the bait is here, and that will be a rifle for Kika. With a second round for virtus.pro. Man, so many nasty deagle shots this tournament. Sanji added to the list. James ready from all angles, at least for that round. fnatic will still have the money to buy, so there'll be big pressure for virtus.pro. Buster and James not too shabby in terms of money, thanks to some collected rifles in prior rounds. However, same could not be said for the rest of the team. A very important, a key round for both squads. Yakindar ran the edge of the first smoke, but there is a second one that allows him to get close. And Golden is deleted very promptly indeed. Oh dear. Yakindar gets popped, but Sanji will exact revenge thanks to high explosives. Chiquinho gets popped in the head elsewhere. Yeah. And this one is falling apart. Crimson JW walking together. Yeah, they've got time. But virtus.pro, they'll play a little further back on the A bomb site since they have to be concerned with mid as well. But Sanji's gone deep now. So there'll be a rotation as soon as the grenades are deployed. smoke on the side. Doesn't mean you can trust it. They've got more players for more angles. James gets popped now. Again, Sanji on the side. Crim's passing has to be perfect, but Sanji's been fragging huge on both maps, it's fair to say. It's a nice flick from JW. Oh my god, 40 seconds, he can do this. Buster is close with the AWP as well. Does he commit to the bomb plant? No, they're both elevating their position. JW doesn't see him though. Buster with the USP, the only man to survive. He'll make sure JW's dead, and indeed he is. And the gap is close to 1.
JW has been so close on so many rounds. I feel like every one of these 1v3 finds himself in, they're winnable. Again, just a good job in finding himself the one-on-one duels. Even does a good job with the fake plant as well, but doesn't spot him there. Makes it into a round win for VP, but it's an expensive one. Their money is not looking great. We talk about that. Fnatic as well, same thing there though. Really haven't had a good grasp for their economy either. But they're fast out mid. Only been hitting that bomb side here. Yeah.
Couple kills coming in as well, so some good damage is being done to compound the damage that already was received in the previous round thanks to JW. Bust around the corner here, trying to buy time for his teammates. Going to the plant. Wow, Fnatic really making the most of this round so far. It might not be done just yet. Another frag from Golden. He's looking for a clutch here. There's an upgrade as well. The M4 has been now in hand. Doesn't have any Kevlar either. He's going to have to be absolutely perfect. He's going to have to find 2 1v1s. And Jamie and Kenda are going to be very good at stopping that. They've got a Molotov as well as a flash and an HE. So Golden has it all to do here. But he does have the bomb. He's got an understanding as to where it's planted. The smoke is still covering if he wanted to spray. Well, there's the hold. And James, did he come off of it? He did not. The damage here, though, from Fnatic was like outstanding.
Yeah, it's another really close round here. To your point, Dan, only having 2 VP members alive. Shame that the bomb was there. Golden had a good intention with that 1 versus 2, despite the fact they didn't have armor. Nonetheless, makes it expensive at least. We have the AWP back though on JW. Heading towards that A ramp area. And same for VP. Putting 4 members towards this A ramp initially. Oh, and they whiffed Molly as well. Kind of forces Fnatic to back up a little bit, give up the A control for now. Crimson being very active in mid instead, but here's Jamie.
Saw a tease of something, and that's quite more than a tease. The bomb falling onto the floor in the B bomb site. Gone now though, as it looks to get planted. So many flames around that connector position. And he's forced back 4 versus 4.
This could be a very quick save call here for VP if they don't find someone. That's a really good call from Fnatic. They know the spot, they hear so many VP members at the A ramp. Makes the call instead. Crim's out mid super quick, and then just Chiquinho obviously been going towards the B area a lot every single round. Finds the opening, only really have the 1 VP member back in B bomb side. But here we go, a retake is still going to be on the menu here. Sanji with a massive flank, not expecting Crim here though.
Well, they're on the bomb with a smoke grenade, and they've got to find the angles now. Fnatic, James is on the bomb, and the cover from Yakindar is legendary. A 3-man spray down on the stairs. Fnatic conceded too much map control on that occasion. The smoke diffuse, hiding in plain sight. virtus.pro take the lead. Multiple deletions served by Yakindar. Freiburg put out the warning, and Yakindar has delivered in round number 9.
I feel like that was such a slow retake, so I wonder if Fnatic thought they would just be going for a save. The position is there. Yeah, you argue that, sure, the stairs is a good after plan position. Obviously, you don't want all the members there. But the fact that Yakindar, look at this. He gets the first. Oh my god, the smoke's about to fade. I guess that's an added bonus that they have. What a nice retake here from VP. Was not expecting that at all. We see a tech into attack. We'll see what's discussed. Won't have an AWP on JW though, but we will be seeing a buy from Fnatic at least. Can afford himself AK armor with a flash, and that's what he's getting. And we saw VP last round. They tried to go for that A ramp push, which is why Fnatic opted for a fast B take. See if we see the same, and we're not going to. The default 2-1-2 for VP, and a fast B take here from Fnatic again. The Buster's ready for it.
Well, that's really scary. Oh, and there's the HE to finish off the very weakened Chiquinho. So down to a 3-player situation with Fnatic. Oh, they've actually caught out possibly too. Jane taking a huge amount of damage. Does keep himself alive though. But with that kill, there is a chance now for Fnatic because Roland can get some position. Trying to punish the exit for Jane with the wallbang, but that pressure is going to really, really do wonders because you can see that initial pressure towards B create the opening towards A, which we just saw Brolan take advantage of, and now Brolan with all that pressure towards A, Golden has now got this forward position towards B. So there's definitely a lot working for Fnatic here, but it's certainly an uphill struggle. Retake from VP.
Yeah, at least they made the right call here again then, Fnatic. They do have bomb side again though, but that was the last. Well, actually, Brolan picks one up, so still have bomb smokes left. But bomb's just about to go down, so I think VP here makes the decision. Probably just gonna wait for it. Oh man, but Golden.
Yeah, that raises the. Oh, okay. Well, that raises the urgency to save James AWP. We know how it works on this team, and Buster's on the way. So is Brolan, however. I think Buster was hoping his rifle would fall off the edge so as not to give that sound cue away. AWP collected. And Fnatic will tie the score once again.
Fnatic are really great in these situations where they're down players, where they've caused, where some action has been happening. They're just so on point with kind of staying ahead of the curve. And even though they go down 3v5 initially, Brolan just uses the movement, the reaction of BP to find an opening, and then how Fnatic then exploit the other openings on the map. It honestly is so impressive to watch.
Yeah, that's a really good job on reading the game and the rotates. Important round here now for VP if they want to stay ahead in this map. Double up setup still, but Sanji low on money. SMG on him. Buster takes some initial damage here in mid. It's another A ramp push here from the Kindar. I can't believe it. Only does 22 HP on JW. Gets a nade in his face though, so now he's super low. Forced to fall back. Not a lot of nades have been actually spent here. Just the initial early nade setup for both of these two teams, but it's kind of quieted down now. While we kind of wait for Fnatic's next move. I was going to say, we normally do see once Fnatic takes A ramp control, then we kind of tend to see Crims go for this mid push. Chiquinho here though, oh man, he whiffs the jump a few times. Gets down to 26 HP on the Molotov alone. Surprising that VP actually didn't push there at the same time, since they do have 3 members there. I think actually they heard damage at the same time. That actually might be in a disadvantage for them in some sense. Suddenly becomes a bit of a bait.
Yeah, VP sending a message with that Molotov. You could see he wasn't sure really how to respond to that in terms of grenades, but frags will certainly help. Well, Sanji's got quite the gap in that smoke, so he has some information. Not the perfect range to even duel. He can't really take a fight to the death with that UMP unless he's meant to him because of that smoke. 20 seconds remain. Bomb hasn't been seen by virtus.pro just yet. You can see Jane repositioning as Crims creeps up that mid area, but it's a labored spray and he can't find enough bullets. Sanji still alive, could have an upgrade as well. Indeed, he picks up the AK-47 as the bomb is planted by Chiquinho. Angles being held. Fnatic waiting for that rotation from virtus.pro.
Yeah, not enough nades here for VP to retake this bomb site. So you kind of see them already right off the bat when Fnatic gets the bomb down. VP already made that decision. Listen, we're not going to be able to get this. Maybe if we get the 1 kill, we can try and go for it. But 1 smoke left only and 2 flashbangs. Can't really clear any angles. With a double op setup also, let's remember that too. So I think it is a nice call here from VP to save. That's what Fnatic needed. Some extra money on the board here. It's going to be round 12, so we still have some few more rounds here to play. The first half. So for Fnatic to get a little bit more money on their board. It's great for them at the end of this half. And And because the fact that VP saved the 3 weapons, then we're going to see another buy. Still the double up setup. Jamie's in mid. We have Buster over at B. Last round we saw VP has been trying to fight for this A take, but leaves that this time around. It's aggressive position here, and Jacquinho goes down. He's the guy that they're used to seeing over at the B bomb side, so nothing is out of the ordinary for VP so far. They should know that Jacquinho is in B. Crims has been circling in mid. The other 3 Fnatic members, obviously towards A or flexible. So if you see them elsewhere on the map, you start to ask some questions. You can look at here though, like even for VP, you can see the retake setup already. They don't want to fight for this. It's only really Jamie here. Gets a kill this time around. Yeah, I say that. Yes,
Never
because
only if he's got the AWP.
He missed that shot before, so nice to see that he kind of landed that time around. And because of that, they were moving their way, but now the execute kind of comes in for Fnatic and forces VP to at least fall back. But look, compare the nade setup, right? Like this is a really difficult after plant situation to be in if you're Fnatic.
Ooh, that's actually a great kill to find. Sandy ran in, pants on head, and didn't find anything. And now Fnatic are in an okay spot insofar as there is time now going on the bomb. The only issue is that there's more players coming in here from VP. They are slowly closing down on this one, looking to try to attack these players on ramp. James with a pick on the Crims. That wallbang, in fact, that's huge. Golden, though, able to spray down one attempt from VP. The bomb is ticking very, very close to detonation now. They've got to get on it. And JW still causing problems from the side, and looks like they've done... Oh, they just barely enough time for that one.
He doesn't get the right guy. Buster's the only guy with the kit, so he has to be forced to stick it. Yeah, you know, you can make the argument there for Sanji. Maybe he waits, but we've talked about this throughout the week as well. When we talk about the T's, especially getting the bomb down, they have 3 remaining Fnatic members. But as soon as you start planting the bomb, essentially it makes it 2 because obviously the guy that plants the bomb can't really help. So we see then Sanji gets an expo flash and try and goes for the kill for the bomb. Fnatic there though, aware of it, gets the trade. So it was looking a little bit close for a Fnatic win, despite the fact that they had no utility left. Timeout is called. You know, you make the argument here. I would love to see the same round from Fnatic, just with the same tendency of keeping the utilities. So you at least have some more nades to work with on the after plant. This is situation here. This is so nice. I don't know if that was spotted here on for you guys, but Sanji is the one that has the smoke loaded for Jamie there. He throws it on the right-hand side, which kind of gets Jamie obviously the angle that he wants on scaffolding area. Suddenly place it right by the opening. There's a peak like that on Dust Too Long as well. We refer to it as a Guardian peak.
Wow, that is a grenade. JW has an AWP. That is a shot over a smoke. For now, there's an advantage for Fnatic. Looking for a 7th round as our virtus.pro. We still have 2 AWPs alive. Still with the luxury of the CT angles on the B bomb site. It can be quite devastating. Kika, though, is the point man. Maybe there's a gap in mid. Again, Crims has been lurking, making a nuisance of himself. With a minute 10 on the clock, there are no eyes on mid, but virtus.pro are always aware of what they are vulnerable to. Kika quietly makes his way towards CT. Who does the timing favor now? It will be he. Numbers are tied. Minute on the clock for Fnatic. Crimson lurking into B, but what does it mean? What of the remainder of Fnatic?
Definitely a better situation than some of the other ones for Fnatic. Yeah, attacking this site. James forced back by the nades. Unfortunately, the Molly's not done what it's been intended to do, as it does get extinguished, but that's okay. There's one more piece of content still. Golden there, falling back and away. Trying to make forward position possible. He's going to have to be one of the ones to do it against that rifle. There it is, flash through. Looking to try to clear that side alley. It's always a very, very dangerous situation, these retakes. There's the defuse pressure coming through. Just going for the tick, actually. That's going to force the action. Oh, God, he's actually going to manage to defuse the bomb.
Again.
Oh, that's heartbreaking there for fnatic.
It's rounds like that is what talk about with utility. Just having the smoke on the bomb and just some flashbangs to really cause chaoticness, and then obviously with a lot of people just circulating around you, the bomb diffuser is the last guy that you kind of is focusing on. I'm sure there's a lot of comms going on at the same time, but another
it's a side point.
Round.
It's a side point, but I have an issue with the A bomb site of overpass. For the amount of rounds we see like that, desperately trying to defuse the bomb while being sprayed from multiple angles by T's in the smoke, like planting the bomb, defusing the bomb. There's a lot of I'd like to see it improve. Yeah,
because like when that happens again and again, like maybe you want to talk into, you know, let's find another approach, because the way that the bomb is planted here, there's so many areas. Even for Kikert here now, he's covered through sandbags, so even JW can't kill the guy. So we want to focus on that as well. You know, yeah, it's really difficult to get the bomb down on that A bomb site, but it's rounds like that you really can't afford yourself.
Yeah, once you're up top, the bomb site is tiny, which is a lot of the reason why it's such a problem.
Again,
same thing with how they had to make adjustments to mid as well. Because of the old size of it, you couldn't really fight for it as you can now. I don't know how they solved that on the A bomb site though, but that's a conversation for another day, as we have a two-man push, maybe even three from fnatic, and it will need more than one as Sanji delivers again. Got info for his team as well. See fnatic repositioning now, 4 versus 3, over a minute on the clock. Crims as well. Normally he's found lurking mid and late round in that mid position, so they have to look out for that, but he'll be elsewhere.
I wonder if Kikert spotted him. Oh, Jaquinho did for sure. Yeah, potentially. Molotov is placed. JW takes a good amount of damage. Oh, Kikert's making a lot of noise here. Here comes the execute as well. He should be nervous now when this happens. Still an aggressive position though, but he stands in an anti-flight position, not expecting fnatic to be so close up in that stairs. That gives him the bomb sign. That should be a save call here from VP. There's only 1 round left on this half, and they are broke.
Yeah, not much for them to achieve here, and their money absolutely sucks going into the last round of this first half. fnatic have a good chance to get 8 rounds on the board, especially as there won't be money for an AWP to be purchased by James. That will have a significant impact.
Did you get your money back, James? I was saying money, but
no, my friend. No. I have 290 channel points. I started with about 6k yesterday. I got to about 56k. And indeed, going all in is often a bad idea. And I am the proof of that now. I have so little points that I can't even be asked now. So I suppose I should have gone half at best, at most rather. But you know, what can you say?
You gotta start somewhere, you know. 250 gets 500, gets to 1k. All you gotta do is have the right call on this map.
It's a good attitude, Robin.
That's the start that fnatic wanted. Kill on Sanji. Was that in mid that he ran and then ran down? I think so, right? But that opens up the map.
I think so. This is we can take a second to just appreciate how awesomely close this grand final is between these two teams so far, neck and neck the whole way.
Yeah, it's been a lot of back and forths. Even Inferno first half ended 8-7. We saw all 30 rounds.
And I feel like Jaquinho is playing beyond his years right now as well. Been enjoying watching him. Looks really comfortable in this grand final so far. Against a very difficult opponent in a very difficult game. But with that said, 50 seconds on the clock, we see the slow approach to mid, a much slower pace from fnatic, especially after picking up that initial kill. They know that VP are weak in terms of util and everything else. Oh wow, Buster, he's found that X factor, takes down Jaquinho. 4 versus 4 now, and his fast rotation triggered straight into James.
And there's me saying he didn't have money for an AWP, but he always does.
Yeah, they actually hurt him there too. He took some damage, expecting Jamie to be here now. Then golden. Oh my god! It doesn't matter if you know where he is, though. He's still gonna kill you if he gets the chance. That's an 8-7 half, though. Favor of VP heading into potentially. We'll see if VP can call this out to make the 2-0 in this final, or if fnatic can come up with a win here on the seed side. We'll find out after the break.
Died. A lot of action and issues on the A bomb site around the plants. See if it's the same. And now that they've changed sides, we can see grenades for Kika and James, flashes, smoke grenades, and a Molotov. Golden's got that smoke, which I'm sure will be held for a defuse later on.
It's still impressive as well. VP gets away with that half with a 8-7 scoreline. I think they were 0-4 down. fnatic had a great start. VP finally getting some economy up, even sometimes a double up setup. This is a fast walk. I was gonna say they just walk up a ramp here. Jekindar with 3 kills. He's by himself there, and he flips and flicks 180s, 3 kills to his name. That is unreal, that round that I just witnessed.
Jaquinho and Brolan versus the world of virtus.pro, that is.
I want to see that replay. Sure, you argue, okay, it's a 3 kill and whatnot. It's not like they're all right next to each other either. That's impressive. Leaving Brolan here,
Brolan clutches this. He's got Sanji entertaining while a double peak comes in, or at least a trade frag. That'll be good enough for virtus.pro. And indeed, they will extend at the beginning. They are 1 map up at the moment. This could be the final map.
Look at this. Now. Same thing, very smartly done, right? He ends up getting 3 one-on-one duels there, but he misses 1 more shot and he's dead. That's really crispy. And what a setup as well from fnatic.
Now fnatic will force buy with 4 smoke grenades at the very least. I don't know if the 5th one was thrown before I saw them. So it's at least 4. You can see virtus.pro setting up to focus on this B bomb site of Vertigo. Formerly a hostage rescue map. Pistols out for fnatic and the scout for Golden.
Yeah. This is what VP is so annoying with. Sure, we do note here, fnatic, not only Crims is here, JW is here as well in the scaffolding area. But, I mean, okay. That's a pre-fire from Sanji as well, and JW just runs into it. It's one of those games.
Sanji, most underrated. Most underrated.
Yeah, you're a big fan.
I am. I'm the biggest fan, literally. Well then, this is going to be a slow start for fnatic with 7 rounds on the board. They did go for a force buy, of course. So the next round should be free. Should for virtus.pro. Nothing is guaranteed though. VP playing for the series. fnatic playing to take it to Mirage. This is their map. This is their pick. They came close to winning Inferno. It did go all the rounds. 14-16 loss for fnatic. virtus.pro now on Vertigo. Will be comfortable for the time being. They win by elimination.
Yeah, Kindra is on now. People are just dying left and right. I feel like not even getting a chance to shoot. Look at this. Like Sanji, that's a pre-fire. As he's just about to run off ramp, he figured, why don't I just shoot a few bullets, see what happens. Gets JW there as well, and just Sanji holding the angle. We talked about it. Obviously, it's been competitive. Yeah, even Inferno was competitive. You know, the maps that we kind of see here today, Inferno, Vertigo, and Mirage, great maps for both of these 2 teams, which is why it's so competitive. 3 HEs here, Noah, now. Oh, and a P250 on Jaquinho, but nothing else for Fnatic.
Yeah, I mean, a couple kills. You know, there is definitely work to be done in terms of getting a good result in economy pressure. Just make sure that VP stay as low as possible, so that when they have their next gun round, they can build up momentum more quickly off of the win. But yeah, a couple kills would be the objective here, I think, for Fnatic. They have a nade stack ready to go. Now, is it for the planter? That's the question. Because normally you would probably try to bait the plant or bait the nades with the plant, like tap it and then fall back. And okay, which spot are they going to nade here? Because it's... Oh, they've naded the right spot. Well, they get the kill at least with the nades. So that's a 4 versus 5 now for VP.
But that's all Fnatic has, though. Yeah, no flashbang, though. You'd argue maybe one flash could make the difference here.
Moving into the Gatling guns of virtus.pro, who will survive with 4 players alive. They have a full buy in the hole, so the pressure will be high for Fnatic. The Swedes must perform on this first buy, otherwise this lead may be insurmountable for virtus.pro. Now it's virtus.pro's turn to set the pace, or is it? On Vertigo, from different teams, we've seen some extremely aggressive takes by CTs with regards to A ramp. We've even seen some go as far as to smoke the T's all the way out of the lift lobby. And very early on, Jaquinho will pop Buster. It'll be aggressive towards B rather than ramp as he finds himself downstairs. Oh, look at this creep from virtus.pro. Talk about a response. We've got 3 players in that mid position. Golden gets deleted by the AK-47s. Brolan tries to hold map control. He can pick up that smoke if he dares to go there. Just about stops the push. In the meantime, James threatening to lose the bomb on ramp alone. Trying to stop this push from Fnatic, but at what cost?
Yeah, that was really close. Down to 6 HP. That would have been the round over for sure. But there's still a chance, given that he did escape. He's holding, waiting for his teammates to take control of the site, which does put Crims in a dodgy position, but JW's there to give a hand, and Crims knows what's going on. He knows that they were trying to pinch him here. So he's going to reposition, and at this point you'd be surprised to see anything from VP, but really the main objective for them now is getting damage. Oh, and that's going to happen. It looks like Keycut finds one. Should be a trade there eventually. Crims has a great position to deal with this. There we go. Fnatic must not lose any other players here. And you know, James, it's actually fine if James tries to just chill, or if he tries to go for kills. It doesn't really matter too much at this point.
Yeah,
chill
I mean,
or kills. 1 for chill, 2 for kills in the chat. Let's go. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean,
I think... one for chill, 2 for kill.
Yeah,
it would be good to see him go for kills, but he wants to save. It's James, after all.
Well, we noticed as well of VP's money here. Obviously, for him to kind of drop the AK, we'll get an AWP dropped by most likely Keycut. But it's going to be a very strong buy here for VP. So as we noted, really good thing for Fnatic here to having 3 guys stay alive. Probably going to be the most competitive weapon round we have so far here this half. Yeah, and look at this. There is an opportunity, but Jamie obviously is still chilling at this point. Crims killing Keycut just cements that round. And actually, Jamie saves the AK. So not very common. Brings me to believe that VP doesn't like an off on this map all too much, but the map is just picking up just to kind of counter the CT offer. I've seen the Keycut do this on the pistol as well. Oh man, but I think he's been caught this time around. There's a lot of nades, and then the molly comes in. He forced on the other side, and Sanji gets kind of also is forced to run through that molly. And a nice early setup here from Fnatic. It's not over yet though. JW goes down. They know where Crims is. Oh no, and the molly. He does have a smoke at least, so he can at least try and stay alive. As I say that, he goes down, gets a kill though in the process. Two v 2. No smoke left now for VP. A Molotov, a nade, and a flash. Molotovs goes down. We talk about timing now. Getting the bomb down needs to happen. Clears close. Now we do know that both of the Fnatic members are here. Remember I talked about the whole thing of getting the bomb down and being in a 1-on-2 situation for a little bit? Smoke goes down, and then we're waiting for essentially Brolon's flashbang here, and then we should be seeing a move on here from the Fnatic lads. Oh, they spot Jackinho there as he's throwing the flash, and Buster with a very aggressive positioning gets both of them in the process, and man, that's not really what you want to see from Fnatic now. Really low on money. In a round that was, they had a setup there, Golden with 2 nice kills, and I can't believe, you know, we kind of fall back, and as soon as JW goes down, it creates that opening in the scaffolding area, and it all falls apart.
Yeah, it's been a tough game for sure. Fnatic on the back foot, like well and truly at this point. And as you say, that was a really important one for them to win, to get them back in it, and to maybe start dictating the game a bit more. But that's also the tough thing on the CT side. There's no harder a struggle when you're on the CT side in a position like this, and it feels as though you can't take initiative. You're at the mercy of your opponents and what they decide to do, being on the T side, of course, and having the economy control and so on. We have more of a stack towards the A side now for Fnatic. And again, it's really about damage here. You know, you have to set yourself up to gain momentum off of a gun round. You can't reasonably anticipate to win a round like this, but you can try to set up to try to get a couple of kills and then see what you can make happen after that. But at least get that economy pressure in. And VP are doing a good job in just making certain that they don't get caught off. They are moving towards that A side slowly but surely. They understand their utility advantage once they get the bomb down. That will just win them the round, and that will also reduce variance enormously.
I like this as well for VP. VP's using their nades a lot on the sandbags area. We do see other teams kind of use a Malta there instead, but damaging part there is obviously you can always smoke off the molly and still be in a good position for a potential expo flash and get some kills. Double nade kind of prevents that altogether. That CT player that would be behind sandbag should just be dead at that point. And that would also save them a Molotov for potentially another area of the map. Still a 5-on-5 bomb down, but it's good positioning here for VP. Crossfires all around. No nades as well to kind of remove them from these angles at all. Roland with the 1 kill though. But that's it. 13-8 now. Getting closer and closer. We noted as well heading into this series, VP have yet to lose a map so for this event. So if they were to win this one 2-0 as well, they would be going through all of CS Summit without dropping a single map. Very impressive.
Fnatic are running out of opportunities here. 3 scopes on the CT side, 2 of which are with the Orgs. An aggressive take of B while the grenades last. We'll see if Jackinho chooses to fall back eventually. Some jiggling from Sanji. Been a very key player for virtus.pro in many series that we've seen here at Beyond the Summit. Jackinho focusing on the right. He's got problems to his left. Straight into the ear. Buster being the operative word.
Man, Buster is just going off right now. Gets Brolon as well. Buster has a bit of a different approach than Jackinho did on his T side at that B side. Sure if Jackinho was aware that he could have been on that far left corner. But VP now then, just because of that, creates an opening on the map. And for Fnatic at this point, 3-on-5 situation, you kind of want to just go for a bit of peeks here or even a gamble at that point. But VP is just doing a fantastic job here. Look at just the map coverage overall. Fnatic really can't be pushing anywhere. You see there for JW trying to push scaffolding there, but as soon as he tries it, Jackinho is just shooting him in the side. And then Golden here as well, kind of leading his way towards B. Don't really know where all the other VP members are. He could have the potential there of going down already, but at least he ends up getting the kill onto Buster. We'll see if he gets a chance to save. I don't think so. VP, they're sniffing, they're hunting.
Oh, that's funny because I got to watch Robin do that. They've only got one. They've only got one buy round left, Fnatic. $3,500. Well, they can have a significant half buy here because they are at maximum loss bonus. But indeed, this is feeling like the end for Fnatic. It's still within their power to turn things around. virtus.pro will think otherwise, though. strong half from them. Just one round one by Fnatic in this half, and that was by timeout. So the struggle is real here for Fnatic on Vertigo. Their pick.
We see
They've
another
had a stronger
tack
performance
too.
on Inferno.
Oh, actually, I thought it was a double tack. Maybe they had a lot of talk about, but it might have been a UI bug there, but looks just to be the one. Half buy, but I mean, we look at even compare VP's money that they have, even in the bank. Not even in equipment value at the moment. They just have so much to play for. What an uphill battle here for Fnatic. JW here. It's a 4-man push from Fnatic. JW was just the first one to kind of come in, but there's so many VP members here as well. Just mops up the floor with Fnatic. It's going to make it 15 map and match points.
Oh, it's been such a struggle. You got to feel for Fnatic at this point. I mean, we all knew that VP have a great Vertigo game, and Fnatic they've had their ups and downs here. That's for sure.
It's funny. I was watching Jaquinho's webcam right there when the Molly came, and he starts laughing because obviously what he sees is, oh man, you know, they have no idea where I am. As soon as he's about to peak, the Molotovs comes down and gets placed. You know, VP really just having Fnatic's number at this point, down to the smallest little detail.
Well, at the very least, you know, Fnatic have given themselves enough for a full buy, so they get a chance at finding a comeback here. And you know, sometimes, you know, series will go like this, and you know, it will be so desperate, but then there is a clutch or there is a moment, and it's not over until it's over. And maybe Fnatic can find a moment here. We'll be looking for that.
So Robin, Yukindar is top fragging here. He said like he didn't even wasn't necessarily full power on the previous map. Apparently, he is here to shut down Fnatic on Vertigo, and they've almost completely done that. The death throws for Fnatic in potentially the last round. Indeed, they do have a mostly full buy. Somehow Golden's on only the FAMAS, so suppose it was quite the investment in that round prior. No sniper rifle, but 2 AUGs for Fnatic. Not as aggressive towards B as they were previously with Jaquinho. Unsuccessfully outmaneuvered by Buster previously, who looks to find the same success.
Yeah, and it's what Friar was talking about as well, right? You know, first map, Jaquindar, sure, he had that performance, but not where we're seen to, or see the performance that we normally see him have. 16-14, that scoreline. Obviously, this time around, he's having a really fantastic series, and we see the difference, right? 15-8 at the moment. And he's still alive, which makes rounds like this still very dangerous. Sanji as well at the same time. And JW tries to go for a flank, and I can't believe it. Timing again. And look at this. I mean, yeah, I mean, you're just laughing here if you're Fnatic, I feel like. They're everywhere. Every little opening that they found. Walking past Fnatic members left and right. 1 versus 3 now for Brolan. And look at Jaquindar's positioning already. I mean, absolutely insane, right? And look at the timing again. As Brolan looks in behind him, Jaquindar then peeks him at the same time. What a performance from virtus.pro.
Yeah, incredible stuff from virtus.pro. They are going to be taking this one 2-0 in the